French President Emmanuel Macron then heading to China, due to land very shortly, in fact, for a 3-day state visit, focusing mainly on trade and diplomatic talks, as the French president also seeks to enlist Beijing in pressuring Russia towards a ceasefire with Ukraine. Macron's office saying he's set to advocate for an agenda of cooperation in economic and trade matters aimed at achieving a balance that ensures sustainable, solid growth that benefits everyone. As you can see here, we've got live images, in fact, as Macron's plane is landing there at Beijing airport. So we're going to cross then to Beijing, talk to our reporter Clovis Casali, who joins us from there now. Clovis, the visit just about to get underway, I think we can say. What are the main points of focus, if you like?
And it's the fourth visit of President Macron here in China. It just shows you how important the relationship, according to him, is between France and China, and moreover between Europe and China, because the French president will be defending French interests, but also putting forward the European position on a number of issues. Today, the visit starts with a very private visit of the gardens of the Forbidden City. No journalists allowed to follow the French president and his wife Brigitte in this visit of the gardens. That's a decision by Chinese authorities. Tomorrow, Thursday, then you have, of course, that bilateral meeting between the president of China, Xi Jinping, and the French president, face-to-face to discuss world matters. And then there will be statements to the press, no press conference. There'll be the signing of business deals, lucrative business deals, and it's always the case in these kinds of visits. President Macron here to talk about geopolitical issues with ongoing political tensions, violence raging around the world, in the Middle East with Gaza, in Ukraine, of course, and that will take centre stage during the discussions between Emmanuel Macron and Xi Jinping. And then don't forget economic matters with ongoing global trade turmoil. Emmanuel Macron seek to create new partnerships with China, between France and China, and between Europe and China. Why? Because he believes China isn't investing enough, or in Europe could invest more, and also that the trade balance between Europe and China is highly unfavourable to Europe and France.
Clovis, you mentioned Ukraine there. I mean, Macron really hoping to put pressure on Xi Jinping over Ukraine.
Well, listen, there have been the peace talks or the negotiations in Geneva, then the visit of Steve Witkoff to Moscow, and now the recent statement by Vladimir Putin saying that if necessary, Russia is ready to go to war with Europe now. Needless to say, Ukraine will be a very important matter discussed between Emmanuel Macron and Xi Jinping. The Élysée Palace telling us that the French president wants to try to get China to do more regarding Ukraine, to put pressure or at least convince Russia, a country it has good ties with, to realize that a ceasefire immediately would be the best option, the best solution for everyone. France also keen to try to see China not help or support in any way Russia in its war, in its aggression of Ukraine. When we ask Élysée advisors, do you think that's likely? Do you think there's a possibility that China will work closer together with Europe on Ukraine? Well, the Élysée tells us we are not naive, but China has always said that peace is the best option for them, that peace is necessary, notably to improve trade around the world. Well, if China wants peace in Ukraine, it has got a very strong card to play regarding Russia and the options it has in talking to Vladimir Putin.